Fazza's girlfriend finally speaks. Dubai is in shock! Sheikh Hamdan, the whisper before the storm. They said Dubai never sleeps, but that night it held its breath. From the golden towers to the moonlit dunes, a single rumor traveled like wind through silk. She has spoken. Not the poets, not the courtiers, not even the whisperers of Jumeirah knew what her words would mean. For years she was the shadow in Fazza's poems, the unnamed flame, the sigh between verses, the echo behind love that cannot be named. And now she speaks, the voice from behind the veil. Her words arrived not in anger, but in music, soft, trembling, truthful, like a falcon learning to fly again after being caged by silence. She said, "He never promised me the throne, only the truth." And the truth was enough until it began to hurt. Dubai paused. The Burj Khalifa flickered as if it, too, listened. Even the sea forgot to breathe for a while. Fazza, the poet, the prince. He was born with the moon watching, raised by the desert wind, and crowned by a father whose gaze could turn a boy into a legend. Yet Fazza wrote not of crowns, but of longing. He wrote of eyes that made palaces feel empty, of voices that could outshine the Adhan's dawn. He wrote of her. And though Dubai read his poems and called it fiction, those who knew his heart whispered, "He hides her in every verse." The hidden years. She lived in silence. While the city roared his name, she lived in quiet corners, between airports and moonlight, between what was allowed and what was felt. She watched him wave to the crowds, his smile polished like marble. But she knew the truth behind that smile. The man who wrote to her at 3 a.m., "I wish I could walk with you in daylight, not just in words." She replied, "You already do. Every poem you write is our walk in the sun, the love that shook the desert. No one dares speak her name, but the desert knows. It keeps her memory, buried beneath layers of sand and stars." He once brought her to the Falcon Cliffs of Hatta. The mountains watched as he whispered, "If I lose my title, will you still call me yours?" She smiled. "I only know you as Hamdan, not as the crown." He laughed. And for a moment the world was simple. But simplicity is not allowed in palaces. The day she left. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't betrayal. It was silence. The kind that grows like a vine, wrapping around every word, until love itself forgets how to speak. He wrote a poem that day. The sea came to me and refused to bring her name. Even the waves are loyal to her silence. And that poem broke hearts across the Emirates. But only one heart truly bled. His. Years later, the return of her voice. She appeared again, not in person, but in sound. A voice interview, faintly trembling. I loved him. Not the prince, not the poems, but the man who could not sleep unless he saw the stars above his desert. She paused. But love alone cannot protect you. From the walls of royalty, I could not breathe in a place where love needed